look at this. Is like, it looks like someone stepped on my cronut, bro. Aw.
Ethan,
Yeah.
go to sleep.
I'm gonna get my cronut. Hey guys, welcome back to Stacked for another little like cute little cozy review. We got donuts here. I'm visiting Brandon right now in La Palma, California. This is the old original Stackedplex.
We used to record episodes
right here.
Well, not here.
Well, like
there
in this building, in this apartment.
Yeah, and it was the audio only ones, obviously. So
you never saw it till now. But yeah, I'm here today, down here in La Palma.
Yeah,
because we're here to talk about new film in theaters, produced by Zach Kreger of Barbarian fame.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought he directed this movie originally.
Kind of gives off the same vibe.
Companion. Because originally it had sort of that veil of mystery to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Originally.
And then they revealed some stuff in the trailers. If you haven't seen the second trailer, maybe jump off this, and if you want to go in completely blind, go into the film. You know, if you're that dedicated, then you don't need to know our thoughts really. But if you've already seen the trailers, get the gist, you know, it's sort of like a twist on Her and Blade Runner, really, you know, where it's like
and Barbarian.
And not like Barbarian. And that there's twists. There's many twists in this film.
Yes.
But like an AI replicant robot girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know, who like from the trailers there's just some sort of situation going on.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes you think they're gonna test the relationship between, you know, this robot and her boyfriend, Jack Quaid, her companion. You know?
Yeah.
So, Brandon, what did you think of the film Companion? We literally just got back from the theater.
We didn't talk about it at all.
We haven't talked about it at all. I don't know what he thinks of this film.
I think this movie's okay. Because watching it, I was thoroughly invested in the storyline that was being told. I think there was a lot of creative choices made with how they could do future technology in like a somewhat, like a near future, like not too far in the future that you can't like, it's like super sci-fi.
Right.
But like it's grounded in a way that I'm like, this could be in like 5 years, 10 years or something.
5 years?
Yeah, maybe.
To look that real?
Maybe. You never know. Mm-hmm. But what really kind of was distracting for me was the writing. Because the writing, it thought it was being clever, and at times it was. But at other times I felt like it was like that sort of cringeworthy...
Did that just happen?
Yeah, like, this is like crazy. Like acknowledging the absurdity of certain things happening or whatnot.
Yeah.
And when it really thrives, it's about the relationship between Jack Quaid and Sophie Thatcher.
Who are both really great in this movie. Yeah. She's sort of the one who's not really having those witty comments. I mean, she does. There's like this one scene where like, she has to like work her way through a situation and she's talking to herself.
Oh yeah.
That was like, that was pretty hard to get through. Yeah. That honestly was like holding me back the most from really enjoying this film.
Right.
It was
holding
because I liked it. I liked Companion. I just like, I feel like Netflix brings this up. Like when they're like, every character needs to say exactly what they're doing and thinking. So if you're like in the kitchen, out of the room, like you can still have the movie on. And I got a lot of that from this one, you know?
I agree.
Which is a bummer. And I don't know how that's going to be, resolved in the future. But hopefully,
it's unfortunate.
People wise up to it. But besides that, I do think it's a really clever film.
Yeah.
Really clever film, I do wish I wasn't spoiled on like the big sort of twist
from
that second trailer.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot more, reveals and twists throughout the film that I enjoyed. And I also really loved how contained it was.
Yeah.
For a film about AI, you'd think it'd have to be something like as grand as like Blade Runner, but the creator of Blade Runner, but this takes more of like an Ex Machina kind of vibe. You know? I mean, I wouldn't compare the two films. No. I think they're very different. But sort of, it really helps you dive into sort of the philosophy of what does it mean to be alive, and this takes a more romantic angle, and like, what does it mean to be a partner in a relationship too?
Yeah. What I most appreciated was not the AI stuff, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's a commentary on that. It's a very hot topic nowadays, and obviously it always has been in science fiction. If you go back to like the 30s with Metropolis, or like the 80s with the Terminator movies. You know, this is something that has always been like an integral topic about humanity.
Right.
You know, but what I really connected with was what it was saying about relationships and how it was an allegory for like abuse and like assault in a way, because it in those moments, it does not pull its punches.
Right.
It's more so when it's writing its comedy that it's not quite even, or like you said, it's like telling the viewer. And it's not insulting the viewer by any means, but it's like it's telling the viewer how you're supposed to be feeling.
Yeah.
Or like telling the viewer what it's saying. And I'm like, you could showcase this in more visually interesting ways rather than just telling us.
And the film's also kind of marketed as a horror film. And I'd tell you not to go into it expecting a horror film.
It's not very scary.
It's not scary at all. It's more
There's
just
no
like
jump scares or anything.
No, barely even.
Yeah.
It's just like if you're like prone to like, I don't know, to like being queasy with blood.
Yeah.
I'd say that's like as far as you'd get with this. You know, there's just like there's some intense violence, and that's as far as it goes. So I think having that expectation and knowing that big twist, and the dialogue really prevented me from loving Companion. You know, but I still had a good time with it.
Yeah.
It's an
original movie.
It's an original, fresh movie, with fresh talent in it too. Jack Quaid, Sophie Thatcher. Also, shout out to I forgot his name. He plays the Chihuahua in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I recognized his voice. Yeah. I was like, wait, that's the Chihuahua from Last Wish.
I'm going to shout out Lucas Gage, who plays Patrick. He was
great. I've never seen him in anything. What else has he been in?
He's in this. He was in How to Blow Up a Pipeline. He's in Smile 2.
He is.
He's in this movie that Evelyn and I watched last year called The Sweet East. And everything I've seen this guy in, he's different in every movie just a little bit. And I think he's one of the most exciting actors and most underrated actors working today, because he's a character actor. He's not like a lead in anything, but like to me, like I think he carries the emotion of this movie when it's not about the two leads. Because I actually believe his performance way more than anybody else in this movie, even more than the two leads.
Because someone say he was used the most in the film.
Yeah.
You know? But we don't want to go into any spoilers. We're going to keep this quick, fresh. So if you're looking for like a really fun, sort of romantic thriller, science fiction thriller, I'd say go check out Companion.
What do you think a rating would be like
out of Blu-rays?
Out of 5 Blu-rays,
I'd get 3.5 out of 5 Blu-rays. I think I had a great time watching it. I think it was a solid film to come out in January, or early February. I think it'll be fun for Valentine's Day if you're sort of into like, sort of the twist, a nice twist on romantic films. If you're bored of like the romantic comedies and stuff like that, go check out Companion. I think that'll create a discussion.
Instead of Hard Eyes, which I also heard was really good though.
Is it really good?
I heard it was really good. Yeah,
maybe we'll have to review that too. I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5 Blu-rays. Good time. Not anything too spectacular for me, but hey, good time in the movies. Can't complain.
I think I'm gonna give it the same, a 3.5 out of 5 Blu-rays. Like I definitely had more issues with it, and I could see myself not liking it even as much on a rewatch. Like lowering it to a 3. Like it's a very low 3.5. But I gotta give it props for what it's trying to do with its themes,
right?
And it's an original story, and like I can't recommend an original story like this like more than enough, because it's like we are lacking in those, because
especially science fiction.
Yeah,
small scale original science fiction. I feel like it's so needed.
It's hard to come by.
Yeah,
and so like to have a movie that can attempt something on such a low budget, but also like come across as some compelling, thought-provoking adventure is like a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. Well, if you've seen Companion, let us know in the comments what you thought about it, or if you're looking forward to seeing it. And we'll catch you next time on these little quick reviews that we're putting out now. So, how's your donut? Did you like it?